Welcome, hockey fans, to the Dubuque start to today's Midwest game between the hometown Dubuque Saints and your visiting Omaha Lancers. Get the starting lineups here in a minute. Omaha yet to take the ice. Omaha has appeared, so there will be a game today. Starting at defense, number 23, junior from Hempstead High School, Bryce Veshin. At defense, number 37 from Cuba City High School, also junior, Nico Sukachov. At forward, a sophomore from Hempstead High School, Cody Sweeney. Carter Kirkenbush, Platteville High School junior. Freshman from Hempstead High School at center, number 22, Cade Weiner. Man between the pipes today will be Colton Skoll, sophomore from Dubuque Hempstead. So the song has been sung. Players have their gears on, their buckets on. We can get some lights in here. We can play a game. There we go. Referee Fox from the JV game becomes linesman Fox. We'll get Carlson to wear the water wings today. Saints down a couple players. Callum Mesrich serving the second of two games. Joseph Ross picked up a game suspension yesterday. He'll be out. And then we've got injuries to Blake Sieverding, and Nolan Pierce were both injured in yesterday's contest. So the Lancers took their sweet time getting to the bench, and now the Saints will take their sweet time answering the call to the faceoff. Cade Weiner steps in. He'll take the opening draw. Puck's down. We're ready to go. Wrapped around the back of the net. Suk will get it there. Played off the back wall. Weiner has his pass knocked down. Suk tries to get it up to Sweeney. It's knocked to the middle. Omaha picks it up. High slot. Saved by Stoll. Wrapped around to the near side. And Kirk will send it up. Sweeney will send it into the stands. Lucky fan there. Still good seats available for today's game. If you're listening at home, come on down. Tell them you know Neil Sweeney at the gate and they'll let you in free. Sammy Ruiz will step in for the faceoff. We'll run the indoor football play on one-on-one. We lose the faceoff and never mind. Puck's down. Omaha control. Sends it up the near side. We'll get an icing call. So the puck will come down. Connor Woodsmall will be in net for Omaha. It's a long name to remember, but I'll give it my best. Sammy Ruiz steps in for the faceoff. Omaha wins, gets it back to the defenseman, takes it behind the net. It's lost there. Ruiz kicks it out to the front. Shot. That's off. So we'll reset and do it. Now to the right of Woodsmall. Buke will leave its configuration out. Fox will try and make the net stay in one place. Shots even at one apiece. Puck's down. Played to the corner. Hard off the boards. Blocked there by Ruiz. He'll take it behind the net. Turns. Sends it out front. Just out of the reach of Benny Meyer. Cody Cruiser knocks it down to the corner. Meyer's got it there. Sends it behind the net to Nico Ruiz. Hit hard. Now Sammy Ruiz tries to hold him in the corner. Omaha busts it out. They're outside the zone. Battling at neutral ice. Sammy knocks it loose. Nico in the corner. Kicks it down to Sammy. Tries to feed Benny Meyer in front. He's being wrestled like Dan Gable would be proud. Now sent back down to the corner. Nico tries to backhand it. Circled around the back of the net. Omaha's got it now. Up the near boards. Knocked out of the zone. They're 2-on-1. We got Braden Schilling back. Schilling knocks it to the corner. They'll work around him there behind the net. Up to the near side. Cycled down below the goal line. Now it's behind the net. They'll work it to the far corner. Terrible pass. Schilling steals. Kicks it up to Ruiz. Knocked back to the corner. Schilling will wrap it around. And Sheehy gets it out of the zone. Deutsch there too. Sheehy steals it. And we're going to get an offsides. So it looks like our third line today is going to be Sheehy, Deutsch, and Heacock. They're backed by Beshin and Sukuchov. Indoor football on one-on-one. Face off one. Beshin sends it over, and it connects to Jackson Heacock. He'll walk it down the far side. Play it up. Omaha tries to carry it out. Deutsch steals it, gets it back to Suk. Suk over to Beshin. Beshan's got it there. Sends it back over to Suk. Heacock gets a piece of it at the red line. Not good enough for Fox, though. Near linesman waves it off. Says that wasn't icing. Schilling's got it now. Schilling backhands it into the zone. Heacock will be the first to get it there. Other than that Omaha guy that's got the puck. Played up on the near side. Cross ice pass. Omaha 1-on-3. Shot. Saved by Stoll. We'll get Sweeney, Weiner, and Kirk. They're backed by Schilling and Cruiser. Puck down. Omaha controls. Kirk knocks it loose. He's going to win the race. Tries to cross ice pass. Diving attempt. And we are going to get a stupid penalty for that. Played up the far side. Omaha's got it there. They'll take it in the zone. Controls in the corner. They'll go behind the net. Jumps over a stick there. They've got it on the near side. Back to the D. Shot. Saved by Stoll. So delayed call on Kirkenbush for diving to try and catch the puck and having an Omaha player fall next to him. They'll probably shorten that to tripping. I'll run the 30 seconds off the clock there that I forgot to start. We'll get Ruiz and Benny Meyer, the pride of Bellevue. Everyone where the linesman needs them to be. Puck's down. Sammy Ruiz knocks it to the corner. Back of the net. Schilling fires it out the boards. Omaha will hold it in at the blue line. Dumped down to the near side. Into the skates. He'll recover. Back to the blue line. Shot towards the net. High over the net. Omaha controls there. They'll cycle down to the corner. Behind the net. Wiggles around another. Out to the faceoff dot. Centering pass to himself. Now he'll walk it down the far side. Blows an edge. Benny Meyer clears the puck. It'll come down. Omaha will group around the goal line. Spins and he'll go up the far side. Cross ice pass just in front of the big bench. They'll take it into the zone. Walks to the top of the faceoff dot. Drops it there to the D. D to D pass. Top of the slot. Goal. So that bogus penalty comes back to bite us. Stop me if you've heard this before. And the Omaha Lancers jump out to a 1-0 lead. We'll get some kind of weird play going on. Sukuchov lines up at wing. Kirk at D. Dubuque wins the faceoff. They try to get to Suk in the middle like they did yesterday. That play worked really well. Not so much today. Sweeney battles for the puck just inside the blue line. Now it's Beshan. Puck knocked loose. Shot towards the net. Tipped wide. Omaha's got it behind the goal line. Battled there. On the near boards now. Kick back to the Omaha defense, and it'll go the length. Woodsmall there. Lets it go. Omaha will start it behind the goal line. Sends it up. Cross ice pass. Knocked out to the neutral zone. Beshan's got it now. He feeds over to Sweeney, who gives to Ruiz. Back in. Walks into the slot. Stolen there by Cruiser. Cruiser plays it up the boards. Held into the D. Now it's Kretz, sends it up. Kirk's got it there. 2-on-1. We got Cruiser, or Sweeney on the far side. Kirk takes the shot. It's stopped there. Omaha controls behind the net. They'll send it up the far side. Held in by Cruiser. Cruiser dumps it down to the Ruiz in the corner. Omaha back up. Cruiser again making life difficult for Omaha to get it out, and now they do. Kretz will run him down though. Knocks it back out to the blue line. Cruiser up to Ruiz. Now it's Nigo Ruiz comes in with a little speed. Cuts across the slot. Tries to feed his brother. Into the corner, set back out in front, off the side of the board. Nothing there. Kretz knocked down. Omaha breaks it back out to neutral ice. Sammy Ruiz dumps it in. He'll go for the change. Omaha collects it behind the net, and they'll try and break it out. Held just in by Sheehy. Sent to the net. Woodsmall collects it and covers. 11 minutes left in the first period. Get another shot of that JV line. Number 3 line today. Sheehy, Heacock, and Deutsch. Sheehy steps in for the faceoff. They're backed by Zick. And that looks like Schilling on the far side. Omaha wins the faceoff. Sent up. They'll press Zick. Carry it up on the near side. He knocks the puck loose there. Now it's played behind the net. Omaha's got control. Tries to kick it out in front. It's Sheehy now. Walks it up the near side. Centering pass to Heacock. Heacock carries it into the zone. It's knocked off his stick there. Driven into the board. Sheehy holds it in. Bangs it a little deeper. Omaha controls. They'll take it out of the zone. Schilling knocks the puck off his stick. Heacock kicks it up the boards. Omaha controls. Dumps it back into the zone. Schilling's got it there. Zick retreats to take the pass. He's got it in the corner. Omaha steals. Knocks it down below the goal line. Schilling plays it back. Omaha steals. Far corner. Schilling up to Heacock. Heacock backhands. Deutsch will knock it past him. Deutsch and Schilling 2-on-1. Shot. Save. Popped up in the air. Glove down by Schilling. Misses the net. Fired to the far corner. Weiner out now. Puck back to Besson. Plays it up to Weiner. Weiner 1-on-3. Doesn't work out well for him. Sweeney helps him out. Walks in, far side, walks around the back of the net. Tries to throw it out in front, just out of the reach of Kirk. Omaha now, near side. Aerial pass out to center ice. Sook's going to chase it down. No ice. Sook's got it behind the net. He'll circle. Brings it to the near side in front of the benches. Head contact. Head contact. Elbow. No. No, that's not what that was, but we'll take the penalty anyway.
Omaha penalty covered in 9:26 remaining in the first period, and number 93, Yano Anzalone. 2 minutes for elbowing.
Yano shaking his head like he didn't do it. That's right, Yano. You didn't elbow him. You hit him in the head. Saints will send out Ruiz, Sweeney, Meyer, Besson, and Kirk for the power play. Just kidding. We didn't want to start. You were not in the assigned positions. Puck down. Ruiz gets it back to Besson. Besson at the blue line. Off to Kirk. Kirk top of the circle. Centers it. Ruiz gets a piece of it. Not enough. Now it's centered on the back of the net. Omaha's got it there. They'll reverse. Bang it out the far side to Sweeney. Sweeney to Ruiz. Back to Sweeney. Sweeney up to Besson. High slot. Sweeney top of the circles. Fans. That was a fake. That wasn't a fan. Hell of a fake. Backside to Kirk. Oh, I think he hit the post. I heard a ting. Kirk will walk it across the top. Gives out to Besson. Top of the circle. Shot. Hits Ruiz in front. Wrapped around. Hard off the board. Sweeney can't get a stick on it. It'll go the length. Stoll will stop it behind the net. Leaves it there for Kirk. Kirk's got a shadow. Played up. Sweeney gets it in his skates. Walks around one. Blue line over to Meyer. Benny Meyer now takes it into the zone. Works it down to the corner. Corbin Deutsch making a power play appearance. Bastion can't quite hold it in. Squirts out. Now we've cleared the zone. Kirk wasn't aware of that, though. So we hit the brakes to hold it up. Holy cow. Xander Sheehy and Cade Weiner step out. So we're going to send the JV power play out in our varsity. Sheehy carries it up. That's a hook. That's a hook all day. I love it when the player gets up and shakes his head like, no, that wasn't a hook. Buddy, people from the space station could have called that hook. So that 30-second breather the Unit 1 got on the power play, that's over. We're going to go 5-on-3 now. 30 seconds.
Penalties on number 4. Hooks Island. 2 minutes for hooking. Setting the Emerald power play.
Sammy Ruiz steps in for the faceoff. He gets it back. Kirk sends it over to Sweeney. Sweeney, top of the circle. Shot over the net. Wrapped around to the near side. Kirk's got it there. Battled forward. Knocked down to the corner. Sammy Ruiz throws it back to Kirk. Kirk from the faceoff dot. Walks it over. Feeds to Sweeney, top of the circle. Besson, high slot. Over to Sweeney. Faceoff dot. Shot. Save. Not sure how that didn't hit the netting, but apparently did it. We got a broken stick. So Omaha 5-on-3. Now they're down to 2 sticks. And we shoot into Wood Small's glove. That was a nice save. So, had him on the ropes there. Only 2 viable sticks on the ice. 5 seconds left in that first power play, or first penalty. So, Dubuque will have to work quick to take advantage of this 5-on-3. Sammy Ruiz again for the faceoff. Gets it back to Besson. Besson's got Sweeney on the far side, tops of the circle. Gives back to Besson, high slot. Shot. Oh, that was more of a pass. Omaha 1 man down. Sweeney in the corner. Oh, the net's off. Sweeney, face off again. Not Sweeney, that's Ruiz. Puck's down, Omaha controls. Knocks it off the boards. Dubuque's got it there. Sweeney's got it in the corner. Gives back to Besson. Besson's got Kirk on the top of the slot. Fires wide of the net. Sweeney on the far side. Covers the rebound. He'll walk it down low. Leaves for Ruiz. Ruiz back to Sweeney. Tries to send it to Meyer. Puck squirts up. Besson at the high slot. Gives it to Sweeney. Shot. Saved by Woodsmall. He's not the 6'5" giant that we had yesterday, but he's still pretty tall. Weighing in at 6'1", 185 pounds. And he moves pretty good, too. Should be illegal for them to have 2 big goalies that are that good. Both of them near the top, if not at the top of the varsity standings. Weiner in for the faceoff now. Still a minute left on this power play. Omaha wins. They've got it behind the net. Fake pass. Now he gets the real one out. Sends it to length. No icing on the power play. Stoll will try and stop it behind the net. Omaha mucks it in the corner. We'll burn some time. Suk tries to dig it out. Omaha making life hard on everyone. Just give him the puck, please. Try saying please. There they go. I'm sure Weiner said please. Weiner now walks it up through neutral ice. Carries it into the zone. Takes it wide. It's knocked it back behind the goal line. Weiner and Ruiz battle for it there. Weiner walks out. He'll walk to the top of the circle. Gives down to Besson. Nope, Suk. Covered by Woodsmall, and we'll get the whistle. 7 seconds left on this power play. 7 seconds. We may be drawing today's lines out of a lottery bowl. Because we've got Mueller, Ruiz, and Meyer. Haven't seen this combination yet today. Let's see what they got. Ruiz in for the faceoff. Sent back to Kratz at the high slot. Shot. Deflected in front. Open net. Couldn't finish. Wrapped around. Ruiz has got it. Drops down to Cruiser. Cruiser sends it behind the net. Meyer's got it there. Sends it to the side of the net. Off the back wall. Still behind the net. Backhander towards the net. Omaha's got it. They'll break it to neutral ice. Now center ice. Now into the zone. Ruiz and Mueller do a terrible job of communicating and run into each other. Benny Meyer chases it to the near side. Omaha goes D to D. They'll break it out the far side now. Puck knocked loose. CJ Mueller's got it. He'll wheel towards center ice. Takes it unnecessarily wide. Knocks it into the zone. He'll go for a change. Omaha all the time in the world to break it out. And they do. Knocked down momentarily by Weiner. Dubuque controls now. Kirk gives off to Suk. Suk back to Kirk. He's got Bastion on the far side. Sends it up to Omaha. Strange play. Let's see if it works out for him. Bouncing puck to Stoll, and we'll get a whistle. Puck's down. Sweeney's got it there. Can't quite get it out of the zone, and now he does. Omaha goes D to D. Suk knocks it up to center ice. Battle for in front of the Dubuque bench. Still battled. Did we hit someone on the bench? Kanashigi with a beautiful pass to Colton Stoll. Weiner in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Omaha's got it. Shot towards the net. Garage sale. Weiner stick trips Suk. Sweeney walks it up to the near side. Gives off to Weiner. Weiner sends it across to Kirk. Kirk kicks it ahead to Sweeney. We don't connect on that. Omaha counters the other way. Suk's got our back though. Spins off. He's got all the time in the world. He'll send it over to Beshin. Got Sweeney sneaking down the blue line. They get it up to him now. Kirk coming in on the backside. Centering pass doesn't connect. Omaha's got it in the corner. They'll wheel and take it behind the net. Sent up the middle. Stolen there by Schilling. Schilling sends it back in. Now it's cleared out. Corbin Deutsch is going to be the first Saint to it. He'll play it over to Kirk. Oh, that's not Kirk. That's Cruiser. Cruiser up to Heacock. Heacock plays it off the board. He'll chase it into the zone with some speed. Omaha takes it behind the net. Tries to play it out. Xander Sheehy steals it there. Back to Cruiser. Bouncing puck. Woodsmall making a nice save. Deutsch with a big hit. Omaha takes it behind the net. Plays it up the near side. Heacock with a shot on net. Now the Omaha counter. They'll take it into the zone. Oh my gosh. That Omaha player just fell. Just fell. We're saying it was because he was interfered with. And the substantial, I can't even come up with a new word for the level of officiating here in Dubuque this past 2 weeks. But Braden Schilling sent to the box for 2 minutes for interference. We'll send Benny Meyer and Corbin Deutsch. Would be great for a 2-on-2 basketball team if they played basketball. 3 minutes left in the first period. Puck's down. Cruiser's got it there. Back to the Omaha D. Kick down low. Top of the circle. Centered. Knocked loose. Puck's loose. Saved by Stoll. Behind him. We've got an Omaha player on the bench. Hits the side of the net. Behind. They'll wrap it around. Back to the point. Just 20 seconds in. It's not looking great on the power play right now. Centering pass. Saved by Stoll. Puck's loose. Squirts out. We're going to get a high stick. We're going to get a high stick. We're not getting a high stick because Deutsch touched it. Omaha counters all the way down and behind the net. Played down to the goal line. Now it's to the top of the circle. Sent across the ice. Top of the other circle. Shot towards the net. Loose puck. Nice diving clear by Suk. That's a high stick. There we go. No, 77. It's above the goal or the crossbar. There you go. You tell the ref that he's wrong. I've been doing it for 3 weeks. He doesn't listen to me. But you're from Nebraska. We'll get Kirk and a Ruiz. And the other one's on defense. Puck tied up there at the faceoff dot. Omaha's got it. They'll send it around the back of the net. On the far side, 50 seconds left in this power play. They'll work it down the far side. Hits the brakes in the corner. They'll play it back to the D. D controls it there, sends it down low. Centering pass, high slot. Puck blocked there by Ruiz. On the goal line, they'll pause for a moment. Send it back up to the D. We'll go D to D. Shot on net, wide. Comes back to the Omaha D. He'll knock it down low. Suk will knock it loose. Tries to fire it out. Held in at the blue line. Shot towards the net. Shot wide. Clearing attempt into the head of the Omaha player. Now they're going to walk in from the dot. Shot. Didn't hit anything. It'll wrap around. Kirk's in a foot race. The Omaha player wins the race. Both teams back at 5 aside. Omaha walks it down. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Kicked out over the back of the net. Nolan Kretz there. Clears it to the side. Corbin Deutsch. Kretz clears it outside the zone. He'll feed Kirk. Kirk sends a firing pass to the far side. Deutsch can't connect on, but he tries to poke it loose. Jackson Heacock with a steal. That's a trip. That won't get called. Sheehy knocks it down to Heacock. Omaha controls behind the net. Fans on it there. Deutsch sends it back behind the net. Sheehy fights for it there. Now it's Omaha with control. Toe drag gets around the first one. We come up center ice. He'll take it to the far side. Cuts back to the middle. Gets around Sheehy. Hits the brakes. Feathers a pass back to the D. Face-off dot. Tipped wide by Schilling. Now it's sent to the corner. And that'll do it for the first period. So after one period, Omaha winning 1-0. Saints in favor on shots, though, 11-8. That's a better performance than we saw in the JV game. We'll take a break, grab something to eat and drink, maybe get that noon football game queued up, and we'll see you back in about 15 minutes. Just about underway here in the second period. Get the clock reset. There we go. Puck's now ready to go. Cade Weiner loses the faceoff. Omaha brings it into the zone. Wrapped around the back of the net. Suk will get it there. Continues to play up to Kirk. Kirk backhands it out of the zone. It's Sweeney sneaking down the far side. Couldn't get it to him. Kirk's got it now. Dumps it into the corner. Wraps on the back of the net. Woodsmall stops it there. Whoa! Plays it into Weiner, who kicked it out in front. Couldn't capitalize on it, though. We'll go the length of the ice for an ice. At 22 for Omaha is an angry little elf. Slammed his stick down on the icing call. I think he's the same one that was arguing the high stick. Weiner in now for the faceoff. Puck's down. Omaha controls. Plays it hard off the board. Omaha forces their way out of the zone. They're 3-on-1. Suk back. Nice poke check by Suk. Omaha player goes hard into the boards behind him. Weiner's got it now. If it was offside, it was when he carried the puck in. Fox. Now we're going to get a penalty. Rough. Against Omaha? Are you sure? That doesn't seem par for the course. So 16:04 left in the second period. Dubuque will go on the power play. We'll get Sweeney, Ruiz, Meyer, Beshin, and Kirkenbush.
2 minutes for roughing. Playing your Dubuque Saints. Back in the power play.
Puck's down. Played back behind the net. Wrapped around to the far side. Kirkenbush holds it in there. Knocked down low to Ruiz. Ruiz knocked out the puck, but Meyer comes in, helps him out. Kirk walks it across the blue line, gives off to Sweeney, back to Kirk. Back to Sweeney, just out of the reach of Omaha defender. He'll walk into the top of the circle. Cuts down to the goal line. He'll go behind the net, throws out in front. Woodsmall looks like he pulled something. He's still struggling. He lost his stick. He's got a defender stick. Big shot, and he'll cover. Maybe he took one to the face. I'm not sure. He's adjusting his helmet. A bit of a wrestling match there in front of the net when that puck was played out there. I was beyond words to explain it. We're going to get Deutsch, Ruiz, and Weiner in for the faceoff. Puck down. Slowly trickled towards the net. Omaha gets it. They'll send it the length. Stoll will go back, stop it on the goal line. Plays it up to Schilling. And then tells Schilling he played it to him. Cross ice pass. Knocked over to Ruiz. Weiner's got it. Carries across the blue line. High slot. Spins it down to Suk. Suk plays it behind the net. Deutsch can't quite get a good stick on it. Now he's got it. Sends it to Weiner. Shot towards the net. Saved by Woodsmall. Omaha still doing a very good job of having 2 to 3 guys in front of the net. So they're either blocking the puck, clearing the puck, or making life miserable on anyone shooting the puck. Ruiz now back out with Meyer and Sweeney. Beshin and Kirk back on D. Puck's down. They get the puck back to Beshin. Beshin gives off to Kirk. Kirk fires it across to Sweeney. Open net goal. That was some high quality passing there. Kirk fed over to Sweeney. Sweeney had a soccer net size to shoot at. Luckily, he doesn't miss on those. So Dubuque capitalizes on the power play. Law firm of Ruiz and Meyer steps out to take the faceoff.
Power play number 7, Cody Sweeney. Assisted on the play by number 21, Harvey Kirby, number 43, Bryce Besham.
Besham picks up an assist on that too. It was, like I said, great teamwork passing the puck down around the zone. Omaha controls now in their own defensive zone. They'll bring it up through center ice. Comes into the attacking zone. They'll work it wide into the corner. Battled there. Back sent out of the zone now. Far side, Benny Meyer will press. Sent up. Schilling steps into it. Walks it into the zone. Omaha controls. They'll send it out the far side. Schilling holds it in. Sends it towards the net. Sent wide. Meyer now. Pass down to Ruiz. Ruiz tries to get it back to Meyer. Goes to Cruiser though. Puck hits someone in front. Omaha will try and break it out. Ruiz over to Meyer. Meyer walks around one. Cuts back to the middle. Shot saved by Woodsmall. And we're going to whistle. 13:54 left in the second period. Dubuque evening up the score on that last power play, 1-1. And ahead on shots, 15-8. So the depleted Dubuque forces with a couple penalties, a couple suspensions, a couple injuries. Some fresh blood in the lineup. Still getting the job done. Wider in for the faceoff. Omaha wins. They send it to the far side. Out of the reach of Suk. We'll get a whistle. And a nice. So back the other way. We'll do it again. Wider in for the faceoff. Omaha controls. They'll take it behind the net. Sweeney picks it up there. Sends it out in front. Doesn't get a quality shot off. Omaha's got it near side. Sends it towards the middle. Sweeney knocks the man off the puck there. They'll bring it back in front of their own bench into the attacking zone. Shuffle towards the net. Suk gets it. Cuts back. He'll go behind the net. Battle on the near boards. Still looking for control. Now it's Weiner behind the goal line. Plays it up to Sweeney. Sweeney aerial pass out to center ice. Bouncing puck. Gets away. Kirk's got it. Oh, pass to Weiner. It's in the slot. That's a goal. That's in the net. I'm 90% sure it was underneath the Dubuque player when it went in the net, but it was only underneath that Dubuque player because he was checked from behind and knocked on his face. We're going to talk about who to give the goal to. And there was a delayed penalty on that, so they'll still get the penalty. They'll go on the score sheet, but it gets waved off because of the power play goal. It's not a power play, it's a regular strength goal, I guess. Woodsmall got pulled out of the net there. Pushed to a side. So we're getting some more explanation here. Carlson's explaining it to Coach Ortmeyer. Coach King interrupts her. Oh, they're going to get a penalty out of this, too. All kinds of discussions going on. Carlson's talking to King. Fox is talking to Woodsmall.
We have a penalty on Omaha. 2 minutes in for checking from behind on number 21, Ryan Knapp.
So
This penalty as it results in a power play goal for your Dubuque Saints. Scored by number 22, Cade Ryder. All of them sent that into the net. Assisted on the play by number 7, Cody Sweeney. 21 will be serving a 10-minute misconduct as a result of the
puck's
penalty.
down. We're ready to go. Dubuque now with a 2-1 lead. Omaha controls in the zone. They'll try and break it out. Carries across the blue line into the neutral ice. Now we'll take it into their attacking zone. Wide shot goes just to the left of Stoll. Omaha's got it now. They'll carry it across the zone. Stoll knocks it to the corner. Knocked down low. Ruiz kicks it out. 2-on-1 the other way. Got a back checker there. Carlson 10 feet behind the plate. Didn't see that trip. Meyer works it down deep. There's a high stick. Why is no one separating those two? Why do we let them stand nose to nose? Look at that. 22 doesn't agree with the call. I don't know why. This is the first time I've heard him disappointed all day. Stoll does his best Kanashi impersonation and sends the puck down the ice.
In the second period, the penalty is on number 22, Michael Chase. 2 minutes for high stick.
Michael Chase, 2 minutes for high stick. I saw Ruiz's head snap back from the high stick, so I'm not sure what his argument is. Puck's down, sent to the corner. Beshan's got it at the blue line, sends it over to Sweeney. Sweeney top of the circle, back to Beshan. Beshan shot blocked in front. Goes to the corner. Meyer stickless and holds it up there. Now Ruiz has got it. Sends it back to Beshan. Beshan at the blue line. Walks it to the high slot. Over to Kirk. Kirk sends it through the center. Sweeney manages to hold it in. Backhands it down to Ruiz. Ruiz has got it on the half boards. Back to Sweeney. Sweeney at the blue line. Walks over. Leaves for Beshan. Beshan walks it to the top of the circle. Down to Ruiz. Ruiz at the goal line. Back to Beshan. I need to pull those Omaha forecheckers just a little further out. Sneak in behind them. Kicked out in front. Beshan's got it. High slot. Over to Kirk. Kirk shot blocked in front. Ruiz. Omaha's collapsed all 4 players down to the slot again. Now Kirk will walk him out. Pull him up a little. Beshan from the high circle. Blocked there. He'll jump it down low behind the goal line. Ruiz picks it up. Circles to the near boards. He'll give back to Beshan. Beshan from the top of the circle, tipped in front. The net's off. Of course the net's off.
Oh, shocking.
Looks like Weiner in for the faceoff. It is. Puck's down. Battle in the corner. Deutsch has got it there. Sends a cross-ice pass. Waist-high to Suk. Hard to catch those. Suk knocks it down to the corner. Ruiz will go to get it. Sends it behind the net. Omaha now in the near corner. They'll send it the length of the ice into Schilling's chest at center ice. Suk, hard off the boards, up to Ruiz. He does get a piece of it. Refs wave off the icing. Omaha now behind the net. He cuts across the middle. Knock loose there. Winer's got it for a moment. Gives back to Suk. Suk at the blue line. He's got Kretz jumping off the bench. Gives back to Suk. Glove down. Omaha does an amazing job of crossing that slot. And they'll feed it up to the head man. Centering pass. Goes unconnected. Omaha, though, controls in the corner. They'll walk it. Throws it out front. Ruiz has got it. Gets it out of the zone. Out to center ice. Suk tops out for a change. We'll get Cruiser on for him. Cross ice pass to Omaha. Kretz knocks it loose there. Omaha picks it back up. Slowed at the blue line. Ruiz over, or that's Kirk over to Sweeney. Sweeney throws it to the net. Woodsmall with the cover. Wider in for the faceoff. Flanked by Kirk and Sweeney. Kretz and Cruiser back on D. Ref's telling them to back up. Nobody moves. Omaha wins it. Circles behind the net. Sends it right up the middle. Player caught it on his backhand. Had no idea he got it. Omaha walks into the corner. Blocked there by Cruiser. Sent out in front. Unconnected. On the far side. Fired again towards the net. Nice save by Stoll. Sent out in front again. Top of the circle. Headhunter. Now it's on the far side. Walk down for the faceoff. That shot. Saved by Stoll. And he'll hold on for a whistle. Ruiz in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Omaha controls. They'll get it back to the blue line. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Rebound kicks out to the slot. Ruiz has got it. Plays it off the blast. Knocked down there. Now it's fired back to behind the net. Bastion will go back to pick it up. Circles. Gets it up the near boards. Ruiz kicks it up to Meyer. Meyer up to the other Ruiz. They'll circle back. Benny Meyer's got it. Sends it over to Suk. Suk up to Ruiz. Ruiz tripped as he goes across the blue line. Woodsmall leaves it there behind the net. Omaha will go D to D. Sends it up the middle. They'll play it off to the left-hand side. Carries into the zone. 3-on-3. Stolen there by Sheehy. He'll work it the other way. Kicks it off to the side. Defender had no intention of playing the puck. He was just playing Sheehy. What in the hell are we calling now? My bad. My bad. No, the net wasn't off. You thought it was. Carlson takes the fault for the errant whistle. Dubuque will take the opportunity to switch out Kretz for Zick. Sheehy steps in for the faceoff. He's got Heacock and Deutsch there with him. What the? The Omaha player literally could have won the faceoff on the backside, but we didn't blow a whistle to call it off. Puck played behind the net. Up the near boards. Deutsch knocks it back in. Heacock will chase in the far corner. Puts the body to the man. They'll kick it behind the net. Walk out to the near side. That's a trip. That's a trip. I don't think it was intentional, and it wasn't bad, but it was still a trip. So, Cade Weiner will head to the bench, or the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Halfway through the second period, a little over halfway through the second period. We'll get Meyer and the older Ruiz out there on the penalty kill. Schilling and Cruiser on D. Puck's down. Cruiser's got it. Goes behind the net to Schilling. Schilling fans on the return pass. Omaha walks it to the near corner. Plays it back to the D. D sends it through the slot. They're down in the far corner. Walks around Cruiser there. Reverses. Goes back to the blue line. Blue D to D. We're in the high slot. We shot over the net. Stoll catches the rebound. And we get a face-off. Now we got Kirk and Deutsch on the forward positions, and we'll get Besh and Tsuk back at D. Puck's down. Played down below the goal line. Battle for in the near boards. Kirk's got it momentarily. Now it's wrapped back behind the net. Besh will go back to get it. Sends it not quite as hard as he could. Deutsch helps it out and sends it to length. And he'll chase and make life difficult for Omaha. Hits the brakes. Lets him fly right by. Long pass up the middle. Tsuk plays for us. Back to Omaha's D. They'll take it behind the net. Omaha brings it up the near side. Walks around one. Right down to the high slot. Blocked by Besh in front. Out to the point. Shot towards the net. Hey, the net's off. We'll get some fresh D out there with Schilling and Kretz. Kirk and Deutsch will stay out there for the forwards. Oh, Omaha decided they wanted to play with 5 guys. 22's pissed at the world because no one told him they were supposed to be on the ice. He's an angry little elf. And we'll throw him out. Puck's down. Back to the Omaha D. Go D to D. And back. Now high slot. Top of the faceoff circle. Tipped wide by Schilling. And he'll send it the length of the ice. Woodsmall will not get a piece of it. Goes all the way down. Omaha will walk it up the near side. Gets around Captain Benny Meyer. Walks around the back of the net. Far side. Plays it to the top of the blue line. Saved by Stoll. Up into the netting. For a whistle. Guess who didn't start the clock? This guy. I bet the refs watch my video and go, that guy didn't start the clock. He's terrible at his job. That's fine. I can live with that. Only dozens of people see me. Puck's down. Back to the Omaha D. Takes it to the middle. Go D to D. Walks it to the top of the faceoff dot. Down now to the goal line. Kicked out in front, and it's a goal. Ugly goal. We get one of those two. I think it was played Stoll, and Stoll either kicked it in himself or the defenseman trying to clear it. May have knocked it into the net. By no means making a Sports Center highlight, but it will count for the second goal on the scoreboard. Can't believe the net wasn't off. Why they're in for the face-off? Michael Chase. Kicked up. Now it's in the corner. Wrapped around. Kirk's got it there. Plays it ahead to Beshin. Beshin plays it behind Sweeney. And everyone goes offsides. Michael Chase. Oh, we're running the play. Wider in for the faceoff. They'll get it back to Beshin. Beshin up to Sweeney. Sweeney directly into the defenseman's gut. That didn't sound good. Beshin plays it up to Sweeney again. Kicks it to the middle. Sends it over to Sukachov. Sukachov can't quite get a good handle on it. Weiner's got it now. Gives it to Kirk. Back to Suk. Over to Besh. Up the ice to Sweeney. Sweeney takes it into the zone. He cuts across from the faceoff dot towards the net. Back in a goal!
That's what I'm talking about.
Nice play there. Sweeney took the puck of the blue line, walked down the near side, cut out the goal line, and nice little backhand shot over Woodsmall. So the Saints regain their 1-goal lead. 4 minutes and 42 seconds left in the second period.
Debut goal scored with 4:42 remaining in the second period. Scored by number 7, Cody Sweeney.
We'll get Sammy Ruiz in for the faceoff. He wins it back to Cruiser. Cruiser gives it over to Schilling, who was falling down, gives it back to Cruiser. Cruiser tries to force it up the near boards. Ruiz has got it there. Sends it cross ice to Meyer. Meyer's got it. Bounces over his stick. We're going to get an delayed offsides call. Dubuque clears the zone. Omaha counters, tries to send it up. Schilling's got it there. Over to Ruiz. Ruiz tries to get it to his brother. Can't quite connect. They'll play it up the near side. Omaha will. Back to Cruiser. Cruiser walks high slot. Shot. Saved by Woodsmall. Almost effortlessly. Ruiz tries to catch him sleeping. Can't quite get there. Puck's played it up the near side. Ruiz big hit on the boards. Now played to the corner. They'll work it up there. Schilling comes down, forces them back. They'll take it up the far side again. Around Schilling. Cruiser's going to get there. Works it to the corner, plays it up to Schilling. Meyer's got it. He's got it up to Ruiz. Ruiz walks around one. Shot towards the net. Woodsmall again. Makes a save look routine. Dubuque will change him out. Sweeney jumps off the bench, forces it to the corner. A little more step in his step. That's not right. Omaha takes it into the zone. Beshin knocks it back out to center ice. Omaha picks it up just outside the blue line. They'll carry it again. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Kicks it to the corner. Now it's Beshin. Cross ice pass. Hops just outside the blue line. Omaha's on sides. They'll feed it up to Weiner. Weiner has it knocked back. Now it's Beshin. Omaha knocks it loose. Suk gives it off to Beshin. Beshin's got a little time. Thinks about what he needs to do. Sends it up. We got a touch, so it wraps around the far corner. They play it back to center ice. Suk's got it there. Plays to Ruiz. Ruiz sends it to Kirk. Kirk up to Sweeney. Sweeney high slot. Toe drag. Knocked off the puck. It's battle for behind the net. Squirts to the near corner. Omaha bringing it up with some speed in front of the benches. Cuts down to the other far corner. Around the back of the net. Gives it back to the D. D holds it in. Forces it down the boards. Top of the circle. Shot. Just over Stoll's head. Sweeney chips it ahead. Ruiz is going to try and win the race. Does. Gets it across. Kirk dives for it. Can't connect. Tries to center. Puck pops up. Now it's Ruiz in the corner to try and get it. Knocks to the head. Cruiser holds it in. Gets it to the corner. We'll get a fresh set of legs. New Ruiz. Schilling dumps it into the zone. Wrapped around to the far side. Benny Myers got it there. He'll play it down below the line. Ruiz has got it. Walks out in front. Shot. Oh, rebound. Couldn't be buried by Weiner. Schilling at the red line. Gives to Cruiser. Cruiser walks it up a little bit. Dumps it towards the zone. It's in now. Now it's Nico Ruiz knocks the puck loose again. That's almost a knee call there. Bouncing puck, saved by Woodsmall. So we've got a minute 12 left. That 10-minute penalty after the goal is now over. Ryan Knapp steps back out on the ice. We'll get Sweeney, Ruiz, and Kirk. Bastion and Suk. Ruiz in for the faceoff. He wins it back. Kirk walks the high slot. Shot blocked. Back to Bastion. Bastion over to Suk. Suk finds Kirk at the faceoff dot. Shot blocked again. And Omaha blocks a lot of shots. Omaha now through the center ice with some speed. That is not a trip. Omaha's got it. We're going to get a delayed call on Suk. He's at the very minimum going to get a trip. They might call him for a knee. Omaha leaves it back. They'll go D. Ruiz plays it. Did we wave off the delayed call? We did. The ref had his arm up. Apparently, he's changed his mind. Seen the error of his ways. Omaha plays it to the far side. 20 seconds left in the period. Wrapped around the back of the net to the near corner. Sweeney gets it out to Kirk. Kirk has it stolen, and he's offsides. Played ahead. Bastion's got it there. 4 seconds left. Suk, 3-2, Horn. So that'll do it for the second period. The Saints ahead 3-2 on the scoreboard. 22-16 in shots. We'll take a short break here, 15-20 minutes. We'll see you back for the conclusion of today's game. Back underway here in the third period. Omaha controls. Will send it into the zone. Battle along the near boards. Sent around the back of the net by Beshin. He plays it up to Sweeney. Sweeney sends it through the air out to center ice. Omaha controls there. Cuts back and reverses. Plays it off the board. Sweeney steals it there. Works it down to the corner. He's got Weiner out in front. Can't quite connect to him. Omaha will come the other way. Through center ice with some speed. They'll take it down the near boards. Down below the goal line. Back behind the net. A little room to operate back there. They tries to kick it out to the blue line. Sweeney steals. He's got Kirk in front of him off to the side. They'll dump it down. Saved by Woodsmall. He drops it. Plays it off to his D. I didn't start the clock for any of this. Omaha plays it through center ice. Ruiz has it momentarily. Now it's Kretz battling on the near boards. Knocked down below the goal line. Cruiser will get it there. Tries to reverse it. Omaha forces it back out to the near side. Now it's Ruiz. Up through middle. Through the defenseman skates. Woodsmall plays it out to the wing. Through the middle. Knocked back to Cruiser. Cruiser's got it there. He'll play it over to Kretz. Kretz up to Ruiz. They'll dump it in. Woodsmall back to play it. Stolen there. Ruiz out in front. Benny Meyer pops up into the netting. And that'll get us a whistle. Ruiz will stay out for the faceoff. He's got his brother and Benny Meyer with him. Puck's down. Omaha controls momentarily. Now they've got it. Off to the far side. They'll play it hard off the boards. Center ice. Sent back to Omaha. Omaha will go D to D. Curled there just in front of the benches. Cruiser puts it into the zone and he'll pressure. Worked around the far side. They'll come with some speed. Deutsch will go over and try and step in front of him. He knocks the pucks loose. It bounces back to Kretz. Kretz turns and he's got it in the far corner. Hard play out to the blue line. Wrapped around the back of the net. Cruiser will be the first one there. Again behind the net. Kretz has got it now. He's got Deutsch up in front of him. Plays it into his skates. Deutsch backhands it up. Heacock pushes the issue back to the goal. Deutsch's got it just outside the blue line. Hits Xander Sheehy for an offsides. So just quick shots there for our third line. We'll send the Cade Weiner, Kirk, and Sweeney back out. Puck's down. Played over to Suk. Suk backhands it over to Beshin. Beshin back to Suk. Played up the boards. Cruiser sends it, or Kirk sends it across to Sweeney. They'll chase it down to the near corner. Played up. Beshin knocks it in. Sends it towards the net. Omaha steals there. They'll carry it up the far side. Omaha goes D to D. They'll send it through center ice. Cross ice pass again. They're on the near side now. Works it down the boards. They'll play it up the near side. Battled there. Squirts out to center ice. Sweeney's got it. It's poked loose and goes down to the corner. Kirk will pressure. Plays up the board. Cade Weiner there. Tries the long home run pass just inside the blue line. Cody Cruiser making life rough on Omaha over there. Kretz has got it behind the net. Plays a run to the near side. Hard off the boards to Kirk. Kirk sends it through the middle. It's stolen there. Omaha tries to dump it in. Doesn't get it on net. Now it's Cruiser. Puck knocked back below the goal line. Nolan's got it there. Sends it up to Nico. Nico pushes it into the zone. Play it all the way back to Cruiser. He knocks it in. Delayed offsides. Meyer touches up. And Omaha carries it back through center ice. Into the attacking zone. Kretz knocks it loose there. Puck played in front of the bench. Ruiz fires it back for Kretz to control. He'll take it behind the net. Far side pass, just out of the reach of Ruiz. Comes all the way back to Woodsmall. He'll play it up outside the blue line. Carries it into the zone with a little speed. Tries a centering pass, stolen by Meyer there. Forced down below the goal line. Cruiser wraps it around to Heacock. Heacock sends it out to the neutral zone. Ruiz now with a breakaway. He's all alone inside the blue line. Shot. Goal! So Jackson Heacock with a lovely feed up to a streaking Sammy Ruiz. Gets himself one-on-one with the goalie and puts it away. Saints extend their lead to 2. 4-2 now. We'll get Sheehy, Deutsch, and Heacock out on the face-off. Heacock. Yep. Xander Sheehy clears it to the blue line, held just in, wrapped around the back of the net. Now it's forced out all the way down, and we'll get an ice.
22 remaining in the third period. Scored by number 13, Sammy Ruiz. Assisted on the play by number 38, Jackson Heacock. That's 13-38 with 22 remaining in the third.
We'll get Cade Weiner out on the face-off. He'll be flanked by Sweeney and Kirk. Dubuque wins the face-off. Kirk's got it. Carries it up. Gets it out of the zone to Sweeney. Sweeney from the red line dumps it in. Goes around the back of the net. Woodsmall stops it there. Plays it to the near corner. Business has picked up a little bit. Intensity of the game's a little faster. Woodsmall now behind the net again to the near corner. Sweeney moving with some speed. Puts a nice hit on his man. Puck comes loose. Completely unnecessary. That's pretty much the definition of interference is what that was for my cameraman. Faceoff will come to center ice. Weiner will take it there. Sweeney and Kirk backed by Suk and Beshin. Puck's down. Omaha wins it back to their D. Sent ahead. Beshin's going to get it there. Plays it ahead to Sweeney. Sweeney up to Weiner. Weiner sends it through the middle to Kirk. Kirk high slot. Toe drag there. Backhand. Goal! So Kirk with a nice goal there and a little backhand pass from Weiner. Feathers it to the far corner, gets by Woodsmall. Puck down. Omaha's got it just inside the blue line. They'll play it over to Nico Ruiz. He'll dump it in. Wrapped around the back. Woodsmall tries to stop it there. Jumps over his stick. Goes to the corner. They'll reverse it back behind the goal line. Omaha's got it in the defensive zone. Gets it out to neutral ice. Schilling's got it there. Plays over to Cruiser. Cruiser over to Ruiz. Ruiz has it for a second. Plays it ahead to Meyer. Meyer knocks it back into the zone. That shouldn't be offsides. Put your hand down, Fox. Meyer now dumps it into the other zone. He'll go for a change. Long centering pass, unconnected. Cruiser chips it up over the zone, squirts out. Heacock's got it now. Into the boards hard. Deutsch presses the issue. Get a little energy from this third line. They'll bring it in hard. Across the blue line. Now it's Dubuque's job to clog the center. They do a fine job sending 4 guys there. Back to the Omaha blue line. Shot. Deflected in front by Sheehy. They'll work it up the near boards. Centering pass. High slot. Shot wide. Sukachov bangs it out. Knocked back in. Played on the top of the circle. Deutsch doing a fine journeyman's job knocking the puck loose. Shot on net. Saved by Stoll. Now it's Sheehy. Tries to clear it out. Can't quite do it. Omaha controls. Guys have been out here for a little while. Only like to see glimpses of the third line. Deutsch now. Gets it out to neutral ice. Omaha reconnects. There we go. Sheehy's got it. Pitchforks it down. He'll go for a change. Kirk's out there. He'll press the issue. Omaha catches Dubuque in a little bit of change. Shot from the slot. Kick to the back by Stoll. Battle forward behind the net. It's Kirk. He'll walk it behind the net. Aerial pass up to Beshin. No, that's Sweeney. Sweeney catches it, plays it in his skates, walks around one. Top of the circle, shot, saved by Woodsmall, and he'll cover for a whistle. 9 minutes left in the third period. Saints with an impressive 5-2 lead at the turn time. Also leading in shots, 25-17. So, looking good today, boys. I think Omaha may have underestimated this. Yesterday's game was 6-3. Score did not reflect the effort. Wider in for the faceoff. He'll get it towards the net with small cover. We'll do it all again. Bunch of unnecessary pushing. Frustration coming in from Omaha. I don't think they're used to being down 5-2 with 7 minutes left in the game. Puck's down. Kirk's got it. Leaves it for Schilling. Schilling holds. Shot toward the net. Just wide. Woodsall never saw it. Now it's played to the near corner. Weiner's over there. Ridden into the boards hard. They'll bring it up the near side. Schilling steals. Dumps it back towards the net. Omaha collects it at the goal line. They'll start from there. Plays it up the far side. Held in by Sweeney. He'll send it into Woodsmall. He'll block it. Send it to the corner. Kirk's there, making life miserable for them. Cross ice pass. Gets on the blade. That's still going to be icing. And that's what they'll call it. So some scores from around the league for today. Lincoln JV defeated Kansas City JV 3-2. It was Omaha over us 3-1. Waterloo JV beat Quad Cities 3-2. Sioux City JV dominated Mason City 10-1. We'll come back to that later. Shot saved. Omaha tries to play it off the boards. Beshin knocks it back down to Ruiz again. He's tried to push off the puck. He holds on. Beshin gets in again, knocks it down below the goal line. Omaha will pick it up behind the net. Knocked out the puck there. Battled in the corner by Nico Ruiz. Carried around the back of the net. Played up there. Nico sends it down. Stoll can't quite get a piece of it behind the net. Hard hit. We're going to get an elbow. A board. See what the call is. Sukachov's up, makes his way to the bench. Boarding. And a misconduct. That'll be the end of the game for you, sir. The Omaha coach is arguing that his player shouldn't be kicked out. Did you see the vicious hit that was put on my goalie yesterday? That's the type of call that should get you kicked out. Carlson has none of it. And we'll get a bench minor for Such a stupid argument. So Omaha. So Dubuque, the benefit of 2 calls now. And we'll send Sammy. 5-on-3 for the next 2 minutes. Sammy Ruiz will step in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Dubuque controls. Beshan's got it. Sammy Ruiz with a broken stick. We'll send out Corbin Deutsch. Corbin Deutsch will take his 6-foot frame. Held. That didn't go all the way out. Almost going to get a breakaway the other way. Comes down. Shot, goal. Double shorthanded goal by my personal favorite player, Michael Chase. Omaha cuts the lead 5-3. Double shorthanded breakaway. That's not exactly what you want to see happen there. So 1:42 left on the double minor. Ruiz will step out. Flanked by Meyer, Sweeney, Kirk, and Beshan. Ruiz wins the faceoff over to Sweeney. Sweeney's got it there, gives to Beshan. Beshan plays it off to Sweeney. Sweeney carries in the zone, walks the goal line, around the back of the net. Carries it all the way around top of the circle. He'll drop it off there for Beshan. Beshan gives it back to him. Cross ice pass to Kirk. Oh! Slow shot. I'm not sure that's what he was aiming for, but almost going in on the backside. Sweeney gives it back to Beshan. Beshan off to Sweeney. Sweeney shot. Saved by Woodsmall. Ruiz gets it back to Sweeney. Sweeney over to Kirk. Kirk shoots at a wide open net, but goes wide. Sweeney can't quite hold it in. Squirts out to center ice. Beshan's got it there. He'll ramp it up. Comes right down Main Street. Hits the brakes. Gets everyone set up. Off to Sweeney. Sweeney shot. Wide. Wraps around. Kirk gets a piece of it. Holds it in. He'll cycle now. Gives the best. Tries to give to Beshan. Puck leaks down below the goal line. Ruiz is there. Myers got it now. Gives back to Beshan. Beshan over to Sweeney. Sweeney to Kirk. Big shot. Doesn't get enough of it. To the corner. Omaha bangs it out. Beshan's got it there. Off to Sweeney. Top of the circle. Doesn't get it cleanly, so he'll circle back. Top of the slot. Shot saved by Woodsmall. 23 seconds left on those 2 penalties. We'll get Deutsch, Ruiz, Sukichov, Weiner, and Schilling. We got a different Ruiz taking the face off here. Nico gets it over to Cade. Weiner now in the corner. Gives it to Nico. Shot. Fanned in the slot. Weiner fights to get it back and does. Now it's Deutsch in the corner. Hits the brakes. Sends it across to Sukichov. Back to Schilling. Down to Suk. Suk shot. Blocked in front. Regroups. Gives it back to Schilling. Ruiz in the shooting zone. Looks for Weiner. Now Omaha's back. Full strength. They'll dump it in. Stoll doesn't get there. Wrapped around to the near side. Omaha from the point. Shot. Blocked in front. Loose puck there in the slot. Suk's got it. He'll play it off the glass. Out to center ice. Weiner's got it. He's got Deutsch with him. Nice move. Walks in front. Oh! Had Woodsall all laid out and couldn't get the shot off. Kretz plays it over to Kirk. Kirk dumps it in. Woodsmall plays it behind the net. He'll leave it there for his D. They'll cycle it up back there. Plays up the far side. Stolen there by Sweeney. He tries to knock it in. The ref gets in the way. Little Ozzy on the far side. High off the glass, out to center ice. Cruiser's going to get it there. Plays off to Kretz. Kretz dumps up to Sweeney. Sweeney gives to Ruiz. Ruiz carries it to the corner. Now we're all caught up. Turn there. No call. Shouldn't have been. Omaha brings it back through neutral ice into the attacking zone. Cuts to the center. Unconnected. Kretz has got it now. Plays it into Omaha. They'll knock it down. On the far boards. Walks it to the corner. Out in front. Oh, puck bounces down. Sent towards the net. That's a check from behind. Sweeney with a long pass. Kurtz gets a piece of it to slow it down and avoid the icing. Not enough to do anything with it. Omaha now. Center ice. Stolen there by Sheehy. He backhands it off to Kirk, who's headed off the ice. Kirk controls momentarily. Sends it up. Blocked in front. Sheehy holds it in. Heacock will send it back to Besson. Besson over to Suk. Kirk finally gets his break. Sheehy's got it just outside the blue line. Spoke loose. Deutsch sends it to the far side. That's going to go for a nice. 3:29 left in the third period. Saints leading 5-3. Third line guys will stay out there. We'll get Sheehy for the faceoff, flanked by Deutsch and Heacock. They'll be back by Suk and Besh. Puck's down. Battle for there on the near boards. Ozzy. Out to the point. Into Suk skates. Omaha controls on the near boards. Centered. Saved by Stoll. Now they've got it on the goal line. Sent across the face. Wrapped around to the far side. Now down into the corner. Beshan battles there. Sheehy comes to help him out. Wallpapered to the wall. Again, battled 5 guys in one spot. Walked out in front. They're going to try the wrap. They don't get it. Throw it out in front. Beshan took a little extra liberty there at the end. And he'll go to the box for it. So 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Saints holding on to a 2-goal lead. Besson will head to the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Omaha will get a penalty, or a power play, and they'll take their timeout. Back to scores from around the league. Like I said, Sioux City crushed Mason City 10-1 at the JV level. Kansas City won at the Varsity 2-0 against Lincoln. That's a closer game than it should have been.
Also have a timeout, Omaha.
In Mason City, Sioux City is up 3-0 at the Varsity level. And Waterloo in Quad Cities. Waterloo is currently winning 2-0 in the second intermission. Woodsmall, currently second in the league in goaltending. 8 games, he's got 6 wins, 2 losses with a 1.93 goals against. That's pretty good. Giving up only 14 goals on the season. As I look at the goaltending leaders, this is a laundry list of the players that Dubuque's played the last couple weeks. So Patrick from Sioux City is in 3rd. Lochter from Waterloo is in 5th. The Kansas City goalies round out the top 5. And then it's Schaffner from Waterloo and our own Connor Sheehy rounding out the top 10. Puck about ready to be dropped here. Saints will try and hold on here for this penalty kill. Puck's down. Deutsch can't quite clear it. Kirk gets it out to center ice. Got Kirk and Deutsch, Ruiz, and Sukachov. Carried around the back of the net. Centering pass to the backhand. Sammy Ruiz is there. Kirk tries to rub him off in the corner. Sent back to the blue line. Now given on the half wall. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Wrapped around to the near side. Back to the blue line. Omaha will control there. They'll send it down below the goal line to the far corner. Now to the near corner. Out in front. Saved by Stoll. Pushing in front. Puck's loose. I don't know how anyone can see it. There it is. 8 players are on the ice. Dubuque player laid on it, but it was outside the crease. It was outside the crease. It's not a penalty if it's outside the crease. Omaha wants a penalty shot. It was outside the crease. Carlson just says, do you guys know the rules? We're always looking for refs. Myron Ruiz. 1:57 left in the game. Meyer in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Knocked back towards the goal. That's not where we want to put it. Sent the length. Wobbling puck. Just wide for an icing. Not an icing because we're on the penalty kill. Thank you, Coach Fox. What are you doing? It literally took Fox 30 seconds to figure out that that wasn't an icing. So we'll get a... Clock's been running the whole time. A little clarity here. The refs blew that call. I'm sure that's the first one they missed all day, but they'll get a face-off to the left of Woodsmall, who returns to the net. Benny Meyer in for the face-off. Puck's down. Omaha controls. They'll carry it out of the zone. Wide of the net. Schilling makes a nice check. Woodsmall heads to the bench. He's there now. Dubuque gets it cleared all the way back to the Omaha defensive zone. They'll try and regroup there. Sends it up the far side. Carries it into the zone. Wide with some speed. Shot saved by Stoll. He'll hang on for a whistle. 42 seconds left on the Omaha power play. 127 left in the game. Saints comfortable with the men they have. No, they're not. We're going to get Nico Sukochov out there in place of Cruiser. Kirk steps in for the faceoff. Omaha controls back to their blue line. Dumped down on the half wall. Centering shot. Covered there. Nope. Goal. So the thing continued to be interesting here in Dubuque. Omaha's pulled to 5-4 with 1:17 left in the game. And they've clawed back into shots. Dubuque now holding a 27-24 lead.
Omaha goals scored on the power play. Scored by number 5, Josiah Roby. Assisted on the play by number 20,
Weiner in for the faceoff. Flanked by Kirk and Sweeney. Omaha controls. They'll walk it up the middle. Into the zone. Spun back out. Weiner's got it there. He'll dump it in. Woodsmall headed to the bench, but he'll head back now till they maintain possession. Omaha sends it up the near side. They'll regroup in the corner. Kirk making life hard. Now Weiner's in there doing the same. Omaha up the near side. Woodsmall heads to the bench as they take possession into the zone. Walks it wide to the goal line. Knocked out the puck there. It's on the right side of the goal. Controlled by Omaha below the goal line. It's in the corner. The Omaha player is laying on it. Isn't that a penalty shot? I think that's a penalty shot from what I heard. Omaha walks out. Shot. Oh, just wider than that. 26 seconds left in the game. Battle below the goal line. Omaha controls. They'll walk it out of the corner. Out to the blue line. Goes D to D. Top of the circle. Shot. Wide. Battled there. 13 seconds left. Omaha goes back to the D. He'll walk. Shot. Battle in front. That's another goal. So what looked like a assured victory with 3 minutes left has now turned to a tie game with 7 seconds left. Omaha back to 26 shots to Dubuque's 27. We'll get 7 seconds left where we get some bonus free hockey. Hopefully. Puck down. Michael Chase. There. Benny Meyer had a chance. Puck squirts loose at center ice. It's played ahead. Omaha's got it. Shots blocked. So we'll get some free bonus hockey for you here today. Dubuque has not had the best of luck. They won their first game of the season in overtime over Lincoln and haven't had a sniff of success in extra time after that. So we'll play some 3-on-3 hockey. Get a little 2-minute intermission here to talk about strategies. Mentioned this in Waterloo. Strategy in overtime hockey is to maintain possession of the puck. Hold on to it as long as you can and get the quality scoring opportunity. Don't press the issue. Omaha players riding off their 2-goal motivation here in the last 2 minutes. Dubuque players look like their cat just died. But none of that matters. The score is, in all essence, 0-0. First one to score wins. If it's undecided at 5 minutes of overtime, we'll do a shootout. We haven't seen one of those at the varsity level yet this year. Colton Stoltz played a heck of a game. Goaltending mate Connor Sheehy offers him some words of encouragement there. Omaha will send out your favorite and mine, Michael Chase, Wyatt Wagner, and Travinsky. I'm going to guess Dubuque's going to send out Sweeney Kirk, and Schilling will be our defenseman of choice. The Omaha JV team on the other side has decided to sieve the 5 goals that Colton Stoll gave up. We're going to overlook whatever Woodsmall gave up. 3-on-3. Here we go. Puck's down. Chase controls. He'll take it into the zone. Poked loose there from Schilling. He's got it in the corner. Battles for it. We need to spread out a little more. Now it's Sweeney. Slow down. Sweeney heads up the ice. He's 1-on-3. Takes it to the corner. Shot saved by Woodsmall, and we'll get a face-off. Again, the idea of overtime should be to maintain the puck and get a good quality scoring opportunity. Kirk will step in for the face-off. Wins it back to Sweeney. Sweeney, now we're going to slow down, take our time. Schilling's got it. Spreads the ice, make them play 1-on-1. They double up and they get the puck. Omaha controls now. They've got it on the far side. They'll walk it up the far side. Cuts to center ice. Cuts around again. Now we got control. Kirk gives off to Schilling. Schilling plays it up. I want to just dump the puck in overtime. Wrapped around the back of the net. Schilling continues to press her. They'll leave it there. Stolen by Kirk in the corner. They regain control back. Oh, stolen right out in front. Kirk's got it. Shot. Wide. Pops on the back of the net. We'll chop at it there like lumberjacks for a good 12 seconds. We're going to get Benny Meyer and Bryce Bastian in place of Kirk and Schilling. We're going to leave, I don't know, Sammy Ruiz jumped out when I wasn't looking. Puck was on the back of the net. They're saying Dubuque put it there, so the faceoff comes outside the zone. Sammy Ruiz will step in for the faceoff. Josiah Roby in for Omaha. Puck's down. Roby wins it back. Omaha controls. They'll take their time. Spread into a nice triangle. They'll feed it up to Roby. Roby's one-on-one with Beshin. He'll get to the top of the circle. Shot, goal. Lancers win 6-5. We'll see you in 2 weeks for Omaha. Or for Quad Cities. Colton Stoll played a good game. Nothing to be said about, young man. Get to your feet. Duke players go out to congratulate him. Good luck to Omaha Lancers. Unfortunately, we won't see you for the rest of the season. Maybe we'll run into you at state.